Bonjour. Happy Tuesday, my darlings. Happy Tuesday. It's Happy Tuesday. It's me and you's day. A happy Tuesday to us, to us. We got our cup of coffee. Yes, we do. And darling, let's see what happens. Alrighty, y'all. That big old bill goes over to the Senate and we'll see what happens, right? Team Blue said they're not going to vote for it. We'll see. I don't have a lot of faith in Team Blue these days, quite honestly. Team Red, however, is interesting because while some of them want less cuts, a lot of them want more. And I just want to point out that those people don't seem to be worried about losing their seats. It's almost like they know they're not going to need votes. They're not worried about expiring most of their voter base because they don't need them. Keep that in mind. Keep telling y'all. Speaking of keeping telling y'all, can the media please stop sane washing? And that includes the independent folks. You know what I meant. Who, we come on here and we repeat the headlines and we have to take it a step further to clarify that none of this is normal and we need to stop trying to normalize it by sane washing. Shit. When that dude goes up there and embarrasses himself in sundowns behind a podium and then runs off telling a class of graduates that, okay, I'm going back to work now to go handle Russia and China. And they laughed, right? They laughed. You want to know why they laughed? Because 2 hours later, where was he? On the golf course at our expense. That's the China deal. He had to go. He couldn't shake anyone's hand to go work, and he meant golf. All right, this is the excellence and the meritocracy they're talking about in the podcast episode. We already went over. It's an example of the worst of them getting to the highest, and that's all they want. So stop normalizing it. Say it. Call it out for what it is. The regime, the emperor has no clothes, darling. It's circling around. All right. The rest of the world is laughing. The only people still feeding into this is the media. The media, social media, whatever. They control all of that. They're afraid of being sued. So they're lying to the rest of us because they're afraid of one person. You've seen it in the sky over the weekend. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. Yes, they are. Okay? So let's get through that. Let's stop sane washing this shizzle. All right. I don't know if you saw, but the legislator for Kilmar Abrego Garcia, I forgot his name, forgot the state, but he's in El Salvador again today to go check on his constituent, and he's being denied access. Don't forget that this regime, when they were told to provide proof, because remember, they denied a 9-0 ruling to bring that man home. They said, show us evidence of your claims. And they said, state secret. We don't have to show anything anymore. And they stopped talking about it. So he's being held over there and the regime is telling them, do not let anyone have access. They're defying SCOTUS. Shocker. Okay. The constituent or the legislator is over there to check on him. He's being denied access. So we don't have proof of life. But we do have a regime that has insisted on lying. And then when they were told to provide proof, they suddenly went, we can't talk about this anymore. National security. I'm just saying, I'm waiting for y'all to get upset. I'm surprised a lot of y'all didn't get upset when you saw them over there. All those fathers cheering for that woman saying she chose to have her own baby. Okay, I'm not even going to say all the words. The amount of men who cheered for that. And a lot of y'all did not catch that. Nor did you catch the fact that most of those men have wives that are also cheering for it. And those are the people holding the reins right now, telling you that you're the bad guy and you're not the real American and you're not the real Christian because you don't agree with that. I need you to understand when they say freedom, darling, they are talking about the freedom to do whatever they want and be as awful as they want to be without guilt or consequence or repercussions. They want to yell slurs without judgment. They want to impregnate their own family members without judgment or consequence. They want to be able to commit white collar crime without judgment or consequence. You understand? They want to be able to just do horrible things without judgment or consequence. They want to be able to publicly say, yes, I sent all my 5-year-olds to go work in a factory somewhere without anyone going, what's wrong with you? That is what they want. Okay. When they say small government, they just mean they don't want anyone looking at what they're doing in their houses, but they definitely want to focus on what other people are doing in the privacy of their homes, because what if they're gay? That's a problem. That's a worse problem than what that father is doing to his children. You understand? They're the ones holding the reins. Gotta wrestle them back. Just saying.